Okay, so now I got, actually that one's dirty. I got a note card, a white note card, just because it's easier to thread the eye of the needle. I got my thread to finally work, and so we're gonna take our shears or scissors and cut at an angle. If you cut at an angle, it makes it a little easier to go through the eye of the needle. I had to put my glasses on because that makes it easier for me. And then I just was able to get it right through the eye of the needle. Now, when you do this, I always like to double up thread just because I'm used to that. So we're gonna double up the thread, remembering that we wanna reach our hand, like I usually go like this, and then it should be that length. If you do it double that length, you see how I did it? I put it through the eye of the needle, I pulled it, and I went like this. And it really is 2 because I did it the right measurement. Basting stitches is what we're doing right now. It's called a basting stitch. It's not a stitch that's gonna last. It's a temporary stitch just to hold it in place, but, oh, I should show you that. Okay, so I did that. It's through the eye of the needle. It's doubled. And then I just run my hand down. They're both down here. This is a tricky part that kids have trouble with, so maybe I'll put it like this. But you wrap it around your finger, and then you just rub the 2 threads together to the point where it comes off of your finger. Then I pull it down, and it becomes a knot. If you lost it like I just did, it's a baby knot. I'm gonna do it again. Rub it around your finger, rub it, rub it, rub it, pull, and now it's a bigger knot. See that big knot? That's fine. It should be big. So make 2 if you need to make it. I'll show you guys that in class anyway. All right, so now, I don't need my glasses. Now, I'm just going to go anywhere in the project. I'm not going all the way down. So I'm just gonna start over here at the corner, and I'm going to stick it in the fabric like that. Be careful not to poke yourselves. In like that. And I'm gonna do a basting stitch. A basting stitch is basically a very big, long stitch. So if you remember my example, this one is blue with the dolphins, but it's very big, loose stitching. It's just to hold it in place instead of the pins. Because if you leave the pins in place, you're gonna keep poking yourself. So I did one there. I'm gonna go all the way here. You see how I did that stitch like that? Look at how much distance there is. That's great. Again, I'm doing it very loose. Not sure why I have this here. My needles. All right. Now, the key to doing this, most important thing when you're hand sewing, because I know this is your first experience hand sewing in class, is that you don't pull it too tight, but do not go so far. So when you get to about here and you have this much, maybe 6 inches, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 inches left, you're gonna need to knot it and then do it again. Because if you don't have that distance and you keep going, I'm just gonna show you with the corner and then I'm gonna stop the video and continue. What's gonna happen is, I'm gonna keep going for just one more stitch or so. All right, maybe one more. Okay, now I'm at this point, I'm gonna need to make a knot. If I keep going, I won't have room to make a knot. We always wanna make knots. So how do we make a knot? We're gonna go into the fabric, bring it out, just like you're making a tiny stitch. And before I pull it all the way, I have a circle. I'm gonna go through the circle. That's it, that made a knot. And then I'm gonna cut it off, and I'm gonna get my thread, reach it out again, and make it nice and long, double the thread, and do it again until I've reached all the way around the entire square. That's a basting stitch, a temporary stitch. All right, that's it.